Greetings, champions, and I want to welcome you to Live with Chatufa. Thank you so much for those that continue to support this platform as well as our main platform, Chatufa Television Production. We continue to thank you for all that you are doing, especially for those that are praying for the nation of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is at the verge of rebirth, and somebody needs to be available for Zimbabwe. Somebody like me, somebody like you, who need to stand in the gap for the nation of Zimbabwe. We are seeing quite a lot of corrupt activities. Mnangagwa, in spite of all that he has done, he continues to go on and on, trying to grab as much as he can in terms of stealing and enriching himself and his family. But clashes are now beginning to happen within his cabal as we are seeing them threatened with removal, which is likely to happen if all things go well on the 31st of March of 2025. Jacob Mudenda blocks Chinese plans to mine coal inside Hwange National Park, risking a clash with the Mnangagwa sons, because we have seen that most of the Chinese that are mining in Zimbabwe, they have some contracts and agreements with and protection too from Mnangagwa sons. Remember, those that are destroying Boterekwa in Shurugwi, they are actually working with the sons of Emmerson Mnangagwa. And now they want to start doing some mining in Hwange National Parks, of all places. Imagine the heritage that we have in Zimbabwe. For how long has this national park been there? For how many years? The whites came and actually they are the ones that created it, and but they were there ever since. Imagine from the time of the Federation to the time of the Smith regime up to the time of Mugabe. Only now, because Mnangagwa is in power, then we can start to have his children deciding to destroy such legacies for Zimbabwe, such very heritages for Zimbabwe, things that we or are supposed to still be on and on, so that generations and generations that come can still be able to see how much Zimbabwe is blessed. But somebody who is selfish is deciding to destroy that for personal gain. And this is quite painful for our nation, Zimbabwe. And we need to do something about it. Definitely, Zimbabwean people are supposed to join hands and resist this devil that is trying to wipe Zimbabwe out of the from the face of the earth. I'm telling you, if these people could sell even the Victoria Falls, they could sell it to some other country or somewhere, because they are just about money and nothing else. ZimLife reports that Parliament Speaker Jacob Mudenda says Chinese companies seeking concession to mine coal inside Hwange National Park must try elsewhere. Binga, for example. Why disturb the delicate ecology of the animals there? So at least these are some of the things that we expect from leaders. We expect some people that are a bit sensible, people that can be able to look at some other stupid things that Mnangagwa wants to do with his children and at least resist some of these things. I mean, we can't just be having all yes men in government, all yes boss in offices, and especially when we have a corrupt and a dogmatic leader like Emmerson Mnangagwa. It is not healthy at all to have a man like Mnangagwa at the helm of power, and we don't have normal people around him who can at least resist some of the decisions that he makes. Otherwise, the country will be wiped out. I'm telling you, the country will go to the dogs. Someone will have to stand for Zimbabwe. Someone will have to defend Zimbabwe. So for the sake of the future generations, otherwise we can become that generation that is going to be very selfish, that will destroy Zimbabwe to the point that Zimbabwe will never again be the same again. We can't afford to do that. We can't allow that to happen, especially for personal gain. Just imagine, so that they can be putting money in their pockets. And yet there is quite a lot of places and other areas that they can go and do this mining or make money from. I mean, Zimbabwe is not exhausted yet. So they should leave other places, that are of great importance. Places that are of natural form, which can, once disturbed, you cannot restore that ever again. If they destroy that ecosystem and that natural habitat of animals, we are not going to recover it anymore. It will be just gone and gone forever. It will remain as a history that our great-grandchildren will be just hearing that there used to be elephants and whatever in this country. They will be seeing them on TVs and on internet. They won't be able to see animals physically. So that is a thing that is supposed to be protected with all jealousy by every Zimbabwean people, every Zimbabwean person, every true meaning citizen of Zimbabwe must fight to make sure that Mnangagwa's children cannot destroy the heritage. And these are, very, very precious places that Zimbabwe has been blessed with God. We are going to resist. And our prayer is that these people must go before they finally and totally destroyed our nation. We are standing to fight until victory is certain. We will fight to defend Zimbabwe. We will fight for Zimbabwe. We will stand for Zimbabwe. We are not going to allow Mnangagwa to have it his way. This is what it is. Let's stand up, Zimbabwe. Let's fight Zimbabwe. Let's fight to protect Zimbabwe from these hooligans and these thieves. Otherwise, we are doomed where we are going. So this is what it is. At least we say kudos to Jacob Mudenda for that. At least you should also have something that we can also say, at least you have done this good. Otherwise, this is what it is, family. Let's continue to stand up and pray for Zimbabwe. God is watching. God is in it. Freedom for Zimbabwe is here, and freedom is coming.